Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alyssa, and on this channel I create budgeting content, planning content, and side hustle content. So if any of that information does sound interesting to you, or any of those ideas or this type of content sound interesting to you, make sure you hit subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Those are both free actions and it really does help out my YouTube channel. Excuse my nails, they are falling apart here. I have not gotten them done because I'm trying to go every 3 weeks versus every 2 weeks to try to prolong my fun, my spending money on that. And I'm going on vacation soon, so I just am trying to get as close to that date as possible before I get them done. So excuse, they're very ratchet. Is that an appropriate word to use? Anyhow, let's get on to the video for today. Enough about my nails. It is going to be February the 15th through the 29th. So the second 2 weeks of February, I have already released the first 2 weeks of February, the actual versus the budgeted, or the budgeted versus the actual. I think it's actual versus budgeted. That's what we're going here for. So second 2 weeks of February, remember in February, I was really trying to not spend any type of money on anything but that was budgeted for, and I did a pretty good job. So let's see how this one shook out. So my W-2 was as predicted. So guys, I got a raise. Yay! I don't know if it was reflected on this one. It was not. So my old, okay, so let's do a backstory here. So I am in a sales role. So I have a base salary. I also receive commission when our clients pay. And then I also receive an end of the year bonus. So really what I try to budget on is just my base salary every month. So I was earning $1,017 base salary. That's after taxes and 401k and health insurance, which actually I don't think I pay anything out of pocket for health insurance because it's just to me, which is, I know, super great. So 1817, and now I'm earning about 1975. I don't have my calculator handy, but I believe that's about $100 and almost $60 extra. So about $320 extra every month, which is great. I normally get a 10% raise, so you can kind of figure out all of that math if you want to know exactly how much I make every year. I don't even remember what my base salary is, but it's somewhere in the 60,000s, and then I receive between 20 and 30,000 between commission and bonuses every year as well. So plus that's just my W-2 money. So keep that in mind. And I live in Washington State, which there's no income tax. So I'm doing pretty good, but we're still trying to increase that, especially being in a sales role, when you have so much opportunities to earn more money. So 1975 is our new realistic W-2. Side hustle is $220. Payback is $725. So we had budgeted $2,195. I can't remember where this payback came from. It was from work, I believe. I had booked something and I needed payback. Then also from my roommates, just utilities and stuff like that. So total was $2,920. Moving down to fixed expenses here, we had $400 for rent, $125 for utilities. I started to save a little bit more for utilities because I'm just going to spare you guys the details. I don't really want to talk about it. So just long story short, $125 is what we're doing for utilities. Spotify was $11. For some reason, I thought it was $16. I don't know why. But it's $11. It went up from $10 to $11. I think in my mind, I was thinking it went from $15 to $16. And I do need to remember that I use this for my trivia nights that I host. So it should really be a work expense. I just have to remember how to deduct that from my taxes. But it probably won't even matter in the long run. Student loan, $500. Car insurance, $65. Boxing gym, $93. Roth, Merrill Roth was $50, and therapy was $25. So, I was like, why is the actual different here? So we had budgeted $1,274, but we came out with $1,269. So the leftover we had from inflow after fixed expenses was $1,651. Dropping down to variable expenses, grocery we had $92. Eating out was $104. My boyfriend and I went somewhere and I picked up the tab for that date. So that's why it was a little bit more. But it still worked out actually really well for variable expenses here, and we'll keep going and I'll show you why. Gas and car was $30, so we were $20 under there. Investments was $3, fun entertainment $0, holiday $0, and self-care, because I didn't get my nails done, I saved myself $50 this pay period. And then miscellaneous was $17, travel vacay $0, and pet $67. So thankfully, because I was under with groceries by $8, I was under gas and car by $20, so that makes it $28. And under self-care $50, so that adds so $78. And I was over by 17 here, so call it, would that be $61 if I do my math? So we were still under a good amount, which is where it kind of came out that it could cover this eating out, and that's totally fine. Like, I'm happy that it worked out like that. It doesn't always happen that way, but I am happy it worked out that way. So total variable expenses, we had budgeted $320, but we only ended up spending $313. So I'm really trying to reduce my total variable expenses, just to make sure it's like I can save more money. It's like I can be better about eating at home. I work from home full time now, so it's a lot easier to just stay at home and eat versus having to get in the car, drive somewhere, and there's only one way. There's multiple ways out of where I live, but there's a one-way bridge, and if you're coming back the other way, you have to like go an extra like 2 miles. So it's like, it's really fast there, but it does take extra time back. And honestly, that deters me from really going a lot of places. So it's much easier to just stay home. So going up to sinking funds, we had $1,338 left over from variable expenses and after fixed expenses. We put 70 towards 2025 vacation because it was sometime in January, I believe. Yeah, January, I forewent, I should say, putting money towards my sinking funds, but I'm very, very adamant about putting $35 every paycheck towards my 2025 vacation. So I basically doubled up this time, knowing I had an increase in my salary just to cover what I had missed the previous month, to keep up with that vacation. So $70 be 35 times 2. Pets I put 50, and vacation I put 25. So that gave us $145. I'm wondering my thought process here, because normally all side hustle income goes towards sinking funds, but I also know I'm trying to prioritize some credit card debt right now. So I put $1,119 towards my credit card debt, and I put an extra $75 towards my student loan. So while we had only budgeted $456 for debt, I actually put $1,192 towards debt, leaving us with basically $0, -1. It's just due to the rounding that I do. I'm like a broken record sometimes at the end of these videos with it's the rounding, it's the rounding, it's the rounding. And at the end of the day, like, it doesn't bother me. My numbers don't have to be exactly perfect because I know I'm making these transfers and I'm keeping track of my net worth. So everything is still really good. But yeah, like, I'm thrilled to have put maybe 30 plus, almost 40, probably 40% of my income towards debt this month, which is fantastic. Obviously, I really like it to go more in towards sinking funds and my high yield savings account, because then I get interest, like positive interest off of that. So yeah, I mean, that's what I prefer, but hey, I'd rather not be paying interest on my credit card either. So yeah, that's really the month. If you guys are interested in using the high yield savings account that I use, I will put a link in the description box below. It's Ally. I absolutely love it. I have no plans to do like switch probably ever unless they decide to go out of business, which I cross my fingers hopes never happens. I really do enjoy using Ally and all of their buckets. You can have like 20 now, I think, which is awesome. It's literally so cool. You can like see the different breakdown of everything. It's really, really nice. So that was the second 2 weeks of February. Stay tuned. We'll have the total closeout coming up very soon. But I appreciate all of you watching this video. Leave me a comment below just to say hi, update me on how you're doing. I know I'm behind on my videos, but I'm really, really trying to catch up here. So appreciate all of you for watching and supporting my channel. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye, everyone.